Welcome back. Josh Taylor, Ron Cook, taking your phone calls. 412-575-2600 is the number. Also taking your tweets at Josh Taylor HD. Brian checks in and says maybe someone needs to tell Clint Hurdle to call Mike Sullivan for lineup advice. Not too bad of a joke. Greg in Bethel Park. Greg, you're on the Nightly Sports Call.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening to you also.
Yeah, I watch hockey because it's a skillful game. And all of these hits, these cheap hits all the time is turning me off. Really, it's turning me off. My question is, who runs the NHL? Is it the commissioner, the owners, the players, or the officials? Because nothing seems to be happening year after year after year. It's the same thing.
Well, I appreciate the call. And
I haven't noticed a lot of dirty stuff in this whole final series. Am I missing something? Maybe. I've watched all these games. Have there been any cheap shots? I mean, Kunitz cross-checks the Subban back of the head. I mean, there have been a couple, but, you know, very aggressive playoff hockey. I've not noticed dirty stuff that I did in the Ottawa series, the Washington series.
Or even a little bit in the Columbus series, too.
It seems to me that it's more pure hockey, very physical, but very clean. Now, maybe I'm missing something.
I kind of feel bad for Bob because this is a call that he would probably want to answer, because if you want to get Bob Pompiani angry, talk about the NHL Office of Player Safety. That gets him riled up really quickly.
Well, they're just very inconsistent. That's a problem.
That's true, and it's been the case throughout the playoffs. And I thought the one series that probably was called somewhat well was the Nashville-Anaheim series. I thought that was called pretty cleanly, and I hoped it would carry over. Probably not as much as we would have hoped. Let's go to Dennis in Midland. Dennis, you're on the Nightly Sports Call.
Yes, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, do you think maybe Ray Searage is also to blame for this? I mean, he's a pitching coach, right?
He is the pitching coach, but as far as who pitches well, and thanks for the call, I think that decision comes down to the manager. I think Ray Searage is probably able to offer his opinion as to say, I think this guy should do this guy should do that. Ron, correct me if I'm wrong.
But no, it's a manager's call here. Ray has an input on this. You know, I don't know if the guy's suggesting that Searage is to blame for Watson giving up the home runs. The guy on the mound still has to throw the ball. And I think it's Clint Hurdle's decision, and I'm sure he doesn't make it in a vacuum. I'm sure he talks to Neil Huntington, the other coaches, including Searage. But this is not something I don't think he makes in a vacuum. But it's his lot. He's the boss, so he has to make the final call.
If anything, Ray Searage's job is to fix what's going on with Tony Watson right now, because whatever it is, it's not working, and Ray Searage is probably the guy that has to sit down with Tony Watson and say, this is what we need to fix. Let's go back to the phone lines. Let's go to Fred in Johnstown. Fred, you're on the Nightly Sports Call.
Hey, Josh.
How are you, Fred?
Quick question for you. First off, I agree with Ron. I wouldn't mind seeing Fleury between the pipes tomorrow. But my other comment is they had Scott Wilson in the Ottawa series. He did a great job, and then in Game 4 they started Archibald. You know, didn't really see too much. What's the deal with Daniel Sprong? Is there any chance? I know he put up some big numbers in the Quebec League and everything. Is there any chance of him seeing the ice? Because I feel he would give us a better chance to get some goals on those third and fourth lines. Thank you.
They're not going to go to a kid that's played in the minors all year and throw him into Game 5, 6, or 7 of the Stanley Cup final. It's just not going to happen. Sprong's time is going to come, probably be a very big part of next year's team, but they're not going to go to him now. They're going to go with the guys that they've used. They have used Archibald to a degree. I don't know if Wilson will be back in there tomorrow. I don't think Bonino is going to be ready to go. Maybe he will. He's a really good player for what they ask of him. We'll see how the lines turn out tomorrow, but that's not going to be Sprong.
I think Josh Archibald was a guy that Mike Sullivan put in specifically just because he wanted to maybe have a little bit more teeth in the forecheck, because the one way to slow that defense from Nashville down is to get after them, hit them in the corners, and get the puck.
Fresh legs and speed.
Plus fresh legs and speed. I think that's why Josh Archibald was part of that decision. Granted, Scott Wilson and Carter Rowney together are a really good pair, especially down on the bottom line. That's something that I would probably like to see as far as maybe adding a little bit more teeth to that forecheck. But there's a lot of options there, and we're finding out how much you miss a Nick Bonino. So that also comes about, too. In the meantime, we got to take a break. We'll wrap up when we come back here. We're up against it. Stick around.